I accidentally witnessed something I was never supposed to see. I used to work late shifts at a small printing shop just outside campus. Nothing exciting ever happened there. Most nights it was just me, the hum of the printers, and stressed college students rushing in 5 minutes before closing because they forgot an assignment was due at midnight. One Thursday night, it was raining hard enough that the parking lot looked like a lake. Around 11 p.m., my manager told me to take the trash out before we closed. The dumpster sat behind the building near a narrow alley that connected to the parking garage next door. Usually it was empty back there. That night, it wasn't. As I pushed open the back door, I heard angry whispering coming from the alley. At first, I assumed it was a couple fighting, so I ignored it and kept dragging the trash bags outside. Then I heard someone crying. Not loud crying. The kind where someone is trying really hard not to make noise. I froze. There were 3 men standing near the garage entrance. One of them had someone pinned against the wall. I couldn't see much because of the rain, but I remember the person's hands shaking. One of the men suddenly said, "Check her phone again." That's when my brain finally stopped buffering and realized this was not normal. I slowly backed toward the door, trying not to make noise, but one of the trash bags slipped from my hand and hit the ground with a wet smack. All 3 of them turned toward me. I still remember how fast my stomach dropped. For a second, nobody moved. We all just stared at each other in the rain. Then one of them started walking toward me. Not running, walking, which honestly made it worse somehow. I bolted back inside, slammed the door shut, and locked it so hard I nearly broke the handle. My manager asked what happened, but before I could answer, someone started pounding on the back door. Not knocking, pounding. The entire building went silent except for the sound of fists hitting metal. My manager peeked through the tiny window and immediately went pale. He told me to get down behind the counter and call the police. By the time officers arrived, the alley was empty. No people, no cars, nothing. The only thing left behind was a shattered phone lying in a puddle near the garage entrance. Police questioned me for over an hour, but without security footage or license plates, there wasn't much they could do. They told us they'd increase patrols in the area. For weeks afterward, I couldn't sleep properly. Every time it rained, I kept replaying the image of those men turning toward me in the alley. The worst part happened about a month later. I was closing alone when a customer walked in wearing a hoodie and baseball cap. He kept his head down while pretending to look at greeting cards near the front counter. Then he looked up. It was one of the men from the alley. I knew instantly. Same face, same dead expression. He stared at me for a few seconds too long, smiled slightly, then walked out without buying anything. I quit the next morning.